Alright everyone, welcome back to another episode of Funday Sunday, and yeah, I know I've been doing kind of a destroyer, basically barrage on you. Actually, this is the second week in a row that I've done a destroyer, but I really wanted to showcase this one because it was a really close battle and really fun. So we are in the Tier 9 Russian or U.S.S.R destroyer, the Udaloi, which is fairly good ship. Actually, I think it's a much higher, much bigger, much improved over the Tashkent. On our team, we have a Yamato, Fita de Gros, a Monkey, 2 Minotaurs, a Hakaym, ARP, Takao, Gearing, Fletcher, Udaloi, and a Loyang. On the enemy team, there is a Yamato, Izumo, North Carolina, Tirpitz, 2 Zhaos, which I'm definitely not looking forward to, the Baltimore, Prince Eugen, ARP, Takao, Gearing, and 2 Fletchers. Now, this was a battle that I went from just prior to this battle. I was in my Donskoy, and the Gearing, I was actually on the same team with the same Gearing, the Idaho Eagle, which was commenting right now about some stuff. So it was actually, I actually know he's actually a decent player. But anyway, this is pretty much going to be the entire area where I'm going to be. You'll see and understand why. So right now I'm passing in front of the straits. See if I can spot anything. But you have to keep in mind there is at least a Fletcher, possibly a Zhao. There's several ships that have low detectability, and if they're not close to that island gap, which they probably wouldn't be since this is domination, or I believe this is domination, or standard battle, sorry. On hotspots, generally people don't go into that gap unless they really need to push into the enemy's cap. So yeah, you don't see that usually happening. So instead, I'm going to try to go around on the other side of the island and try to spot. And there are 2 cruisers that just popped up. I believe the Zhao and the Prince Eugen. The Zhao, like I said, I don't really want to deal with because, well, yeah, it's a Zhao. So we are currently spotted, but not by the Tirpitz. The Tirpitz was actually outside our range, and I know my torpedoes are 8 kilometers, but I was kind of hoping this Tirpitz would be continually moving north. You never know, he might run into them. Now, this Tirpitz is probably going to hate me, and probably does hate me. Probably hates all Russian Russian destroyers, because, well, just watch how many shells I will be landing on him and setting fires. There's our very first fire. And I'm wondering if he's a wallet warrior. Because you'll see, he's ignoring me. I mean, granted, yes, I am a Udaloi and I'm very hard to hit, very quick. But I believe anytime now, yep, there he goes. He just extinguished his fire. And essentially, he's pretty much prone to any additional fires that I can land. And oh, looky there, there is 1 fire sitting at the stern of the ship. And wouldn't it be terrible if he was to get another set of fire? Now keep in mind, I'm probably not alone, or better yet, he's probably not alone on the west-hand side of this map, because we do know that we were detected prior opening up our guns on the Tirpitz, and it wasn't the Tirpitz that spotted us. So there is a destroyer out here. But you might be surprised on who it was, or who it is, better yet. So we do get another fire on the Tirpitz, and we see that we have a friendly destroyer. Oh, it's the Loyang. What's he doing? He's not firing. Keep an eye on this Loyang. I'm pretty certain he's a bot. I'm gonna say he's probably a bot. So, gonna just continually firing, and look how much damage we've done. We've done almost 30,000 points of damage on this Tirpitz alone. This is the only ship we have fired upon, and most of it is just due to fires. Let's see how many more fires we can do. Now, at this time, I think his friendly destroyer is actually gonna come over and try to help him. We get another fire set on him, so that's gonna be even taking more of his health away. Now, he was actually healing, and oh, there is a smoke cloud. I think there's a destroyer right there. I wonder which one it is. Oh, there's some torpedoes, And we do know there is a gearing into Fletchers. And they're both U.S. destroyers. They both have decent guns. At range, bit iffy. But still, Fletcher or Gearing probably could have put pressure on me if they were firing. But, they haven't been firing. And this is going to actually kind of play a crucial key in just a little bit. So, Zhao is coming over here. I'm still hoping to get the Turpits, because there he is. Turpits decided not to come out. And once again, we are spotted. Not by the Turpits or the Zhao, but by a possible enemy destroyer. Now opening up on the Turpits, and there is the Fletcher actually firing his guns for the very first time. And of course, we lose our rudder shift. And now the Zhao's opening up. Oh, okay. I think it's time to get out of here. So I go ahead and pop my smoke. Zhao is one cruiser I do not want to deal with. That ship will eat you up alive. Its guns are extremely accurate. And yeah, so I'm going to kind of pop smoke and try to sit back and relax. Now, fortunately, for the AFK destroyer, actually the Lo Yang that is currently sitting out west, is currently helping spotting the Zhao. So I will gladly take this very, very easily. But fortunately, the Zhao also has low detection, so he does go undetected because he's no longer firing his guns. Now, I do drop my torpedoes in the water, and you can kind of see that they're fairly slow. They only have a top speed of 59 knots. So, yeah, it's just in case. You never know. Now, at this time, I don't want to be in that smoke. Granted, the smoke was hiding me, but at the same time, that Zhao's getting closer and closer, and the closer it gets, the more likely his shells will actually land on target, and I'd much rather not that happen. Now, we do get a fire on the Zhao, which is very, very nice. He does open fire, but I think he's just estimating. Yep, it looks like he did get one shell hit. And it looks like he does see my torpedoes, but he is already fairly broadside, and he does take one torpedo in the side, and we get a flooding and set another fire. Now, it looks like the Fletcher has opened up and is currently firing on the friendly Lo Yang. So that Lo Yang's probably not going to be around for very much longer. Now, the Zhao is more my main concern. I'd much rather have him dead than the Fletcher. The Fletcher, yes, can zip around a little bit more easily, be a little bit more stealthy, but the Zhao can really pump out the damage. And the Fletcher I could easily possibly manage myself. So we do get a fire on the Zhao. Not bad. I will take that. Always good to burn the Zhao, which is very well known for burning other ships at range. So let's see if we can take him down. And I don't think he's very, very happy with the chance of being set on fire. So yeah, our team, now that we're currently trying to get away, I'm actually going to try to get away. The Zhao is currently outside our range. Our team isn't doing so hot. We've lost a battleship, 2 cruisers, and a destroyer. We lost the Amagi and the Minotaur, which were the only members on our team that got kills, and the Megami and the Lo Yang, which was essentially useless. So yeah, granted, the Lo Yang, he was spotting, but that's the only good use he was actually known for. So at this time, I am going to try and see if I can get a little bit closer and spot that Zhao. Now, the Zhao has a detection of, I believe it is 9.7 kilometers, depending if he does have the concealment expert and as well as the perk on his captain. So depending on that, very lowest, I believe it's about 9.7, 9.5 kilometers, something like that. I might be a little bit wrong, even though I have a Zhao, and I try not to forget, but sometimes I do. So, at the same time, I went as far south as I thought was acceptable, because I didn't want to get too close to the Zhao to actually be able to be easily hit by him, because, like I said, the Zhao can chew you up and spit you out. And the Udaloi is preferable at range more than anything else. And there is a Zhao just finally popped back in. It looks like he does have a detection around 9.5, which is pretty darn good, because my detection is 8. 0 kilometers, something like that. And yeah, I do pop my smoke because he is way too close, and he does open fire. So that means his detection has increased up to, I believe it's about 15 kilometers. So the ships in the back there can at least land a good hit, and I think those shells actually landed, possibly even those. Now, unfortunately, my torpedoes aren't really going to hit anything. He was turning away too quickly, and yeah, probably not going to hit anything. So, no one's able to detect anything. The Zhao's gone under radar, but I'm being detected. And it's not the Zhao that I'm being detected from. It's that Fletcher again. That same Fletcher. And it looks like the Zhao is sitting at 956 points of health. Kill him! Kill him! Oh, he's so low on health. One good salvo hit from my HE will kill him, but it looks like his heal is actually going up. And we just damaged one of his AA guns and another. And he is outside our detection. Oh, great. But we're still being detected. We do have a friendly, I believe it's the friendly Fitted Gross, which I will have to say, point out right now, the Yamato and the Fitted Gross, keep an eye on them. They will play very important in just a little bit. And there are torpedoes. And I'm guessing that's probably, let's see, how many torpedoes is that? That is 5 torpedoes. That's probably from the Zhao. I'm going to guess they're probably from the Zhao. Because he was, even though the Zhao does have 8 kilometers. It might have been from the Fletcher. I actually don't know. I've never gone up the U.S. destroyer line. So I actually don't know on the amount of torpedoes that the Fletcher has. But I do know the Zhao does have 5 torpedoes. It may have been, I'm probably going to guess it's probably from the Zhao. But seems like that's a little bit far out. Probably is. Anyways, so our team, not doing so hot. We've lost additional cruiser and destroyer. They've yet to really lose any additional ships. Majority of our forces are over at our friendly cap. We do have a friendly destroyer taking on the Yamato. The Fletcher is currently fighting against the Yamato. Does drop his torpedoes, and I think that, yep, there we go. The Yamato goes down. Good, but we do lose the Fletcher. So I'm the sole destroyer on this team. And there is a Fletcher and a Gearing, and the Fletcher does pop up. We land, well, not so decent hit. I mean, we do get a fire. We do incapacitate his rudder ship time, but at the exact same time, could have been a little bit better, but that's the only bad thing about being an Udaloi is pretty much everyone has better stealth than you do. Now, the Yamato here is doing rather questionable thing. He's pushing into this gap. Don't exactly know why, but he is. So I'm going to try to help him to the very best of my abilities, because I'm guessing he's probably spotted. And I'm going to go ahead and lay down a smoke screen around him, so he does, or is able to use this, because we do want to keep him around. Now, the Ismo on the enemy team does take our Minotaur, and there's the Zhao. The Zhao I don't want to deal with. Now, I do know the Fletcher is around here somewhere. I am being detected, not by the Zhao, but by the Fletcher. So, I'm going to go ahead and drop my torpedoes. You never know. You might actually hit something. I don't know where I got the accent from, but apparently I got an accent right there. But anyway, so we went ahead and dropped our torpedoes kind of by that island. We might get lucky. Not that I'm hinting at anything. You never know. So, main concern is that Zhao. Zhao needs to die. North Carolina can deal with. Fletcher can deal with. Fletcher, right there. Oh, is he going to actually run into my torpedoes? Ah, he did. Devastating strike. And there we go. Our very first kill of the game. We are sitting at 94,222 points of damage. Not bad. But all that's left on our team is the Fitted Gross, Yamato, and me, the Udaloi. against a Gearing, a Zhao, two Zhaos actually, ARP Takao, Tirpitz in North Carolina. Battleships, not overly concerned. More concerned about the cruisers and the Gearings. Especially since they are Japanese cruisers and they are the Zhao and the Takao and the Gearing. And we are spotted by the Gearing, and oh boy. At this range, the Gearing is extremely dangerous for the Russian cruisers. Russian destroyers, because they have a slightly higher fire rate and turn rate on their guns than I do. And I am being detected, and I'm taking really big steps in the other direction. And there are Gearing torpedoes incoming as well as the Zhao. Leaves us on 1052. And I almost make a silly mistake here. Watch this. Watch how close this torpedo comes. Oh, okay, that was super close. Now, the Gearing is on this side. We do know that one of the Zhao and the North Carolina is actually moving up north. And that Gearing is actually becoming quite a bit of pain for my Yamato captain. Now, the Gearing, at least the U.S. destroyer guns, they don't always have the very high fire chance that, like, the Udaloi or even the Japanese destroyers have. So most time their guns don't always do damage. So the one thing to keep in mind, it's not always that they're doing damage, it's more psychological terror, because you're constantly getting bombarded. Just look at the stream. Look at the stream just coming in from the Gearing. Like, nearly constant stream of shells. Now, it does look like the Yamato actually was able to pull back from the Gearing's range, and just to ensure that he doesn't get constantly bombarded, I'm gonna go ahead and drop my smoke, try to help out the Yamato captain as much as possible. Now, if he had pulled forward, he's probably okay, actually. He's probably actually currently being hidden from the ARP Takao. So that's good. Now, the North Carolina is moving up on the western side, probably trying to get on a good hit on our broadside Yamato, but we have our torpedoes kind of up and going. Fire one spread. And let's see, there we go. Able to fire another spread. Now, the North Carolina is 9.9 kilometers away from us. Range on the torpedoes is 8 kilometers, but everyone that has actually figured out the beautiful thing about torpedoes and a ship moving towards them, the distance doesn't really matter. Now, okay, so torpedoes are out. I am looking back. Gonna fire my third set just in case, because the Udaloi just kind of has this weird setup where the torpedoes are not central aligned, so I can't always get them all off. But this North Carolina is not going to be around for very much longer. I am holding my fire because I don't really want to die. As you can see, the points are fairly close. 501 to 561, and there we go. 2 torpedo hits, 1 destroyed ship, and now the points are actually looking in our favor. It's fairly even. Our 3 ships actually brought back basically essentially brought victory from the jaws of defeat. And this was very close. Now, look at the time. The time is 1 minute and about 8 seconds left. And there is a Zhao and a Tirpitz, and the Gearing is still around somewhere. And I'm really tempted to fire, but I'm going to hold off. Gonna wait for my torpedoes, kinda maybe get a hopeful torpedo hit. But at the exact same time, if I die, our team loses points, and we're so close to either winning or losing that if I die, it's gonna cost us. So better off I just stay out of the way and try to at least spot for any potential hazards. So taking really big steps. Gonna fire torpedoes, but essentially, if they can miraculously take out our Fidget de Gross or our Yamato, which are both, or at least our Fidget de Gross is low on health, but the Tirpitz on the enemy team is about to go down. He's very low on health. I think we have this game in the bag. So, this is going to be it for this episode of Funday Sunday. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jin.